Any company engaged in finding the future is in a multi-billion-dollar race to get there. The most intangible element in that is not technology, manufacturing capability, it's design. Design. Design.
Today we're seeing the creation of a brand new DNA for the automobile.
By the time of 2030, we'll have had a paradigm shift in the entire construction of the automobile.
I know that we are witnessing a convergence of revolutionary technologies.
Look down the highway, and you'll see the cars of the future. They are unlike anything you've driven before. They are unlike anything you've seen before. Chassis without engines. Cabins without steering wheels. Bodies stronger than steel and lighter than a bicycle. The future will challenge what you believe a car to be. This is Future Car. It's closer than you think. The future is coming from many directions. Cars that lean, cars that are virtual, cars that are ultra-light. Designers that push the envelope, and a chassis that will change the future. Technology will redefine automobiles, but what everyone really wants to know is, what will they look like?
The car hasn't really changed much in the past 80 years. It's basically a box on wheels.
The eye is not made for sharp corners.
It's about creating a passionate vehicular statement. That's the world of 2030 that I'm looking forward to. It's a full array of color, a full array of body styles, and vehicles that are capable of doing things that we haven't even conceived of yet.
Extreme designers who live in the future. Young designers who will be the future. And the bridge between them is Tom Peters.
What makes a Corvette are some very simple yet powerful elements of design.
Tom Peters connects a legendary past to what cars will be in the future. His design portfolio extends back to the 1986 Corvette Indy show car and forward to today's stunning Corvette Z06. He believes that if you understand classic design, you will understand future design.
When you look at this vehicle and compare it to where we are today, sure, they both have four wheels, but you can see the effect of where we've come since then.
From a designer's perspective, the difference is simple. Shape.
Everyone knows the shape of a Coke bottle. Take the Coke bottle, lay it on its side, kind of flares out, tapers in nicely, then flares out again and settles down for a planted, stable look. This vehicle has like high performance, but it also at the same time has to be beautiful.
Tom's classic designs do not defy convention. They are a bridge between the beautiful cars we can drive right now and the much wilder cars you will be driving in the future.
Hello, I'm Professor Luigi Colani. I am a three-dimensional philosopher of the future.
Luigi Colani has railed against conformity for decades. Why? Fluid efficiency. Mother Nature never used a straight edge.
Back in the 80s, designs were somewhat angular, and then I remember Luigi Colani coming onto the stage, very organic, very sculptural, and you can just see the passion.
We have to redesign, rethink all the parameters of the cars of tomorrow.
You will have very, very tiny urban vehicles. The smallest car with the biggest door, easy access, and then a very relaxed seating position, a wonderful, noiseless, small hydrogen engine, as big as a shoebox. It starts in my head as a thought. and then I discuss with myself on paper. I am knee-deep into car design because they are all wrong. The eye is not made for sharp corners. Soft shapes enhance us. They follow us all through life. And this car, all the lines are inspired by beautiful hips, bellies, breasts, and so on. All the best designs have something to do with those erotic shapes and the fluidity of forms.
But not all of Professor Kalani's inspirations come from the human form.
We call it a street ray. This is one of the byproducts of our biodesign thinking. We have this very soft shape, just covering the two front wheels with a very streamlined fuselage. People are saying Kalani is the inventor of biodesign, nature design. I'm not at all. It's nature that invented all the stuff. There's a big danger in being too far ahead of the game. This is the car for the throughways of tomorrow, so they don't understand your visions. And that's partially my problem. Crazy.
The future is not conventional in shapes, in materials, in purpose. If you want conventional transportation, take a bus. If you want the future, travel to Zurich.
Many people consider me to be crazy. Why crazy? Because we try to look in the future, creating our unusual concept cars.
Or in the case of the Zazen, the perfect blend of form and function.
We always start with a story. And the story of the Zazen means, in Japanese, meditation while sitting. It's a relaxation and getting rid of your environment. The Zazen has the biggest polycarbonate roof in the world. Polycarbonate is a plastic material which is basically unbreakable, unscratchable.
And many kilograms lighter than glass. A new material, creating a new design possibility.
The Zazen also has seats which are see-through, which make the interior very light. Also, the car has an adjustable suspension. The shock absorbers can not only be adjusted in height, going up and down, but also in stiffness, going from soft to hard, depending on the needs of the driver. The future everybody defines different. Today's new technologies allow a driver to say to the car, "Hello, here I am, I feel home."
Great designers are unpredictable. Take Coqueline Courrèges, who fuses high fashion with high technology.
J'ai aucun diplôme.
I have no diplomas.
Je laisse mon instinct entre les rêves.
I follow my instincts and let my dreams become reality.
En tant que couturier,
I am a designer and an artist.
La carrosserie n'est pas notre.
But the shell is not only what interests me, it's the energy.
Pourquoi jaune? Jaune avec les pneus jaunes.
Yellow, white.
Je retombe dans.
I find the colors which I've already used in fashion. This car will be full of sunshine. It will look like the beach. It will look like summer.
I think the hardest thing about putting yourself as 2030 is we have no clue where the world is going to be.
And charting new territory beyond the future we expect are 7 bright young visionaries.
The General Motors Design College Intern Program is, I believe, the vision to the future.
My name is Ryan Patrick Joyce.
My name is DeAndrew Claiborne.
My name is Zach Cranfield.
We look at hundreds of applicants and we narrow it down to just a handful.
My name is Mark Shropla.
My name is Bopar.
My name is John Owens.
My name is Matt Zoller, and this is my testimony of the future. I like the idea of creating this like sanctuary. I like the semantics in this sketch. Kind of say, hey, you can't really see out of this. This is a tech car. The windows purposefully are made to allow a little bit of light in, a little bit of interest. Like, what is that like driving down the road? Cars are going to be dictated by something that we don't even really know yet. Like right now we're working on this project where we're trying to figure out what that really is. These arrows kind of show what would be a flexible LCD screen that would kind of wrap and come around you, that would create this IMAX type feel inside this car.
For a company to find the future, they've got to find the designers of the future.
What if the next car you buy will be the only car you ever have to buy again? What if you could have every model change, every upgrade, every new improvement added to the car you own in the blink of an eye? What if you could sit wherever you wanted when you drove? What if you didn't need a steering wheel, but could navigate using a joystick or a mouse? And what if you never burned a single drop of gas wherever you went? Because your car had no engine.
New technologies are coming together that will bring about a revolutionary change. One as significant as going from the horse-drawn carriage to the horseless carriage.
This is the skateboard. It is hydrogen fuel cells. It is drive-by-wire. And it will be many different cars and trucks.
Imagine being able to walk out of your home every morning and look at a 20-car garage, all of your favorite vehicles, and then shrinking that all into one vehicle, one architecture. That's what skateboard can do.
The skateboard lends itself to body interchangeability. And because we don't have an engine at the front, we can have different size, different shaped bodies. And from an interior perspective, we can attach the seats in different locations and drive the vehicle from different seating positions.
I am Chris Broney Bird, and this is my testimony about the future.
The real magic is in the thickness of the chassis. All of the hardware required to control and propel the four wheels are housed inside a 6-inch thick skateboard.
Suddenly, you're free to move the passengers and the contents of the vehicle. I have the freedom to make it look like the perfect iPod with wheels. By exposing these young interns to our skateboard concept, for them to look at the skateboard as an opportunity to do anything they wanted above that base, I think was a bit intimidating. When you give a designer a completely new perspective, a completely different premise for a vehicle, it will separate out a great designer from a good designer.
I really tried to utilize the fact that all of a sudden you have this space that you didn't have before. My name is Mark Shropla, and the GM Symmetry is my vision of the future.
This interior sketch just shows the steering wheel could actually fold up to assist the driver in being able to get out from the front like this, and it would kind of fold down right in front of him into his lap. So I did a symmetric from both planes, X and Y axis. There's a driver that faces forward, passenger that faces rearward, and then two passengers that face out the side perpendicular. Right from the start, I knew that I really wanted to experiment with seating arrangements because you no longer have an engine right in front of you.
What it does have is a petroleum-free, zero-emissions power source sitting under the floor.
The fuel cell utilizes the energy from the hydrogen stored inside the skateboard to create electricity, which drives the wheel motors. Then, the spent hydrogen molecules unite with the oxygen in the air to create the only emission for the vehicle, water.
Fuel cell propulsion system has just 1/10 as many moving parts in it as today's automobile's internal combustion engine. And that's a dramatic opportunity for engineers to design vehicles and designers to style vehicles in the future.